Adli Floria. Okay, very good. Okay, si ano yan? Si Lindsay. Hello, Lindsay. Open your camera, raise your hand. Come on, Lindsay. Dia, raise your hand. Come on. Shan, raise your hand. Very good, Dia. Okay. Very good, Shan. Okay. So, okay, nandun na. Okay. Let me take a picture. Okay, yan. Save ko lang ha para at least. Okay, let me save it. Yan, where is it? Yan, okay. Okay, let me see. Okay. Mali. Sorry. Natabunan nyo na. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Save na. Okay. So again, get your ball pen and notes paper. So 30 things in our lesson for today. Okay. So be sure bullet form and number 8. Yung iba hindi nagna-number. Okay. So please follow the instruction. Okay. Malapit na. So ikakunti lang lamang. So we have here already discussing concerning the religion of Israel, Judaism. Okay. So nakikita natin sa Judaism that they are continue to be resilient, never giving up. No matter how the consequences, the circumstances, or in war, they had been almost, especially in World War II, they were executed by Hitler. So 6 million Jews were executed. But they continue to persist, and even up to now, you already heard what is happening in Israel, especially with the Hamas. Okay, so they continue to fight. Okay, they continue to believe that their God will always be with them, no matter what. Okay. So let me show you a video that somehow capsulizes the very determination of the Jews. Okay. Kindly, I will share now my PowerPoint and the video, and can you write down the important things, important notes in the video. Okay. And okay, let me see. Okay, yan na. So, kindly watch it. Here it goes, okay?
If I could go back and give my younger self just one piece of advice, what would it be? Never give up. If I could give anyone just one piece of advice, what would it be? Never give up.
When you come to a crossroad and run into the winner and the quitter in you, listen to the winner. The quitter will never take you down the road you want to travel. I know some of you are going through a rough time. Some of you are going into the fight of your life, fighting for your future, fighting for your career, fighting for your family. Some of you are fighting for your life. And I am telling you, do not quit. Do not give in. I know life can be tough. I know life can wear you down, but if you just stick it out, even if you don't get the result, you will find the character you showed will be your reward. The fighting spirit you develop will be the reward, and it will serve you well for the rest of your life.
They say that life is only 10% of what happens. But watch this. 90% is how you respond to what happens. Don't miss what I'm telling you. Only 10% is what happens in your life. 90%, however, is how you respond to what happened in your life.
Fight for what you want now or fight against what you don't want later. You choose.
Don't you dare quit. Don't you dare settle. Don't you dare back down. Not today or any other day. When the tough moments come, never forget you are in that moment writing your legacy. In that tough moment, you are setting the standard for your character. Do you have the character? You do.
What if today was your last day? When we are born, no one gives us a note with our use by date on it. No one has the privilege of knowing when their time is up. Maybe if we did, we would live life differently. Live life differently. Rather than existing, maybe we would live this life to its fullest potential. Maybe we would give more, do more, and be more. Maybe we would have more drive, more desire, more enthusiasm for life. Maybe we would go after our dreams with intensity. Maybe we would not give up so easily. Maybe we would chase our dreams harder and faster.
Fight for what you want now or fight against what you don't want later. You choose.
What are you holding back? Can you give more?
When you come to a crossroad and run into the winner and the quitter in you, listen to the winner. When you make a commitment to yourself, you make sure you see it through.
Nothing is worth more than this moment. Give it your all. Leave every ounce of energy out this day.
Never give up. Never, ever give up. You do not know what is going to happen in the future. Anything can happen if you believe in yourself and are willing to learn how to make it happen.
Never, ever quit.
Okay. Can you write down in your discussion box, okay? So write it in your discussion box. What is the lesson or the message of the video? So can you write it in your discussion box, okay? So write down in your discussion box what is the message of the video. Just one sentence, okay? Ang dali-dali lang yan. So can you write down? You have 1 minute to answer. Okay? 1 minute, 1 minute. Come on, go, go, go. What is the message of the video? Come on, come on, come on. Answer. You have 40 seconds. Come on, come on. What is the message of the video? Come on, come on, come on. Dali-dali lang yun. One sentence lang yon. So, pwede nga pwede nga 2 words. So, still have, okay, 35 seconds. Come on, come on, come on. Answer immediately. Come on. So, what is the message of the video? You can answer it in one sentence or 2 words. Okay. So, okay, come on, come on. Answer! Yung ba hindi pa nakakasagot? What is the message of the video? Come on, come on. Okay, go, go, go. 20 seconds more. Come on, come on. Answer it. You have 1 minute. Come on, come on, come on. Yan. Okay, makanti na lang. Come on, answer it, answer it, answer it. Come on, come on. What is the message of the video? Come on. Okay. 10 seconds. Come on. Write down. 10 seconds. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So, what is the message of the video? Okay. Can I call on, okay, Congress Joanna? What is the message of the video?
Don't give up po.
Very good. Don't ever give up. Okay. So this is one of the messages also of the scripture, especially in the Jewish scripture. Okay. So continue to write down things in our lesson. So let me share to you my PowerPoint. Okay. Ay, teka. Handa ko muna yung PowerPoint. Yan. Okay. Yan. Okay. 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 Okay, share. So continue to take down notes. So these are the name of how the Jewish God is called Elohim. Elohim means the mighty creator. Okay. And also here we have the Lord of our healer, Jehovah Rapha. Means that God always heals us physically, psychologically, spiritually, and in the inner identity. Next, we have Jehovah Jireh. It means that God will always provide, no matter what. That's it. My experience. God really provides. He always provides what we need. Okay? It always provides what we need. And here we have said that God is called also Adonai, the Lord and the Master. Okay? So we have to obey His will so that we can be guided to do and to be guided to really reach true happiness in our lives. Okay? And Yahweh. Yahweh means God all by himself, unchangeable and great I am. It means Yahweh means yung I am, that he is constant present. He is constant present. Pag sinabing constant present, is actively present in our life, doing and assisting and providing for each one of us. So Yahweh is not someone who is just parang static lang, just an observer. No, He is active in our lives. God is always active in our life, and that's how the experience of the Jews, that God is always active in their lives. Okay, even in the most extremes, hardship or problems, we felt that God is absent because we cannot some experience any yung parang answer to our questions and to our problems, but God is always there, present. Okay, so sinasabi, God is always with us and always providing for with each one of us, always healing us. Okay, and always recreating us. Okay? So there's so much more that we can always discover in our lives and the lives of others. Okay? So get to know our the book of the scripture of the Jews. Now, we have the Jews that they call their sacred book Tanakh. Tanakh ang tawag nila doon. Why? Tanakh yung Tanakh. So Ta is for Torah. It means the teaching or the law. And we have the Na Nebi'im. It is the writings of the prophets. And we have Yuka. It came from Ketubim. It is considered to be the wisdom literature. Okay. Torah, it's the law. Okay. That is primary for them. That is the law given by Yahweh. Okay. Kaya we can learn concerning about the will of God, the law of God, coming from the 5 books of the Torah. So sa English, sa Bible natin, ang tawag natin Pentateuch. We have the Genesis, we have the Exodus, we have the after the Exodus, we have Leviticus, and we have also the Deuteronomy, and we have ano ba ba isa? Nakalimutan ko pa isa. So yun. Yun ang pinaka-importante, yung 5 books. And Nebeng, the prophets is always reminding us, teaching us concerning the law, concerning the Torah. Okay? So, the prophets is the one teaching them, reminding them of the law. Okay? And if you want to be a smart person, a happy person, to be a wise person, you must be guided by the law. Okay? You must be guided by the law. Kaya ito yung natin, yung pinaka-importante lahat. Ang pinaka-importante is the Torah. And the prophets are the one reminding us and teaching us. And to be a wise person is continually following the law, the teaching of Yahweh. Okay? So, yun ang pinaka niyan. So, yung Torah, yung mga Nebi, mga prophets, tapos yung Ketubim, yung mga Psalms, yung mga songs doon, okay, and wisdom literature, yan. So, alam mo, ang dami ko ng years pinag-aaralan ng Bible, but still, there's still so much to learn from the Bible. Kagaya itong creation story. Okay? So, what is really the very, very message of creation sa palagay ninyo? Kinuha nyo na yan sa grade school, high school. At siyempre, nadidiscuss nyo pa yan sa mga services, groupings concerning about this scripture, especially yung creation story. Okay? So, matanong ko nga kayo. Let me ask you. Okay? So, what is really, how about you, Trisha? Trisha, hello, Trisha. Are you there, Trisha? Thomas? Hello, Trisha. Hello, Trisha.
Hello po.
Sino kasama mo dyan?
Pamangkin ko po.
Oh. Ano siya, babae, lalaki? Babae, lalaki ang pamangkin mo, Trisha?
Po?
Babae o lalaki ang pamangkin mo, Trisha?
Lalaki po.
Hindi naman makulit.
Hindi naman po.
Buti naman. Okay, anong pinaka-message ng creation story para sa iyo? Trisha? Hello, Trisha. Hello, nawala na si Trisha. Hans, ikaw naman muna, Hans. Hello, Hans. Hello, Hans?
Hello po.
Hello, Hans. Ano yung pinaka-message ng creation story?
Hindi ko po napakinggan, nag-share po ako. Ang sakit po.
Ano ba yan? Pero alam mo yung creation story?
Hindi po.
Hindi, sa Bible, yung first creation, yung nakauna-unahan na storya ng creation, yung yung 6 days of creation. Hindi mo alam yun, Hans?
Hindi po.
Hindi ba? Oh, okay. Hindi mo talaga na yun, yung storya na yun? Sige, okay lang yan.
Hindi po eh. Sorry po.
So, by being honest, plus 10, ha? Like in your paper. Okay, how about you, Miles? How about you, Miles? What is the message of, creation? Sino na lang? Maria? Hello, Marian.
Nandito po ako.
Ayan yung si Miles. Ano yung pinaka-message ng creation story?
Para sa akin po yung sa creation story sa Bible. Dito po yung yung dito po yung nagawa yung yung mga tao po, yung mga responsibilities nila and the importance po of life.
Ilan araw ginawa ng Diyos ang buong creation? Ilang araw daw? Ilang araw?
6 days.
6 days, very good.
Ay, 7 po, kasali yung resting day.
Yung rest, okay, rest day. So, 6 days yung ginawa. Yun, alam mo kung tutusin, ilan ba ang, thank you very much, Miles, plus 20 in your paper. Okay, Marian, hello, Marian.
Hello po.
Marian, hello. Ilang ang istorya sa Bible na creation story? Ilan?
Hindi po ako nagbabasa ng Bible.
Okay lang. Sige. Kwento ko sa inyo, ha? So, let's go to the, teka, sandali lang. Yep. Nasaan yun? Ito. Okay, where am I? Yan. So, itong creation story, dalawa ang creation story. Yung chapter 1 at chapter 2. Okay? At itong chapter, ito sinasabi sa, kindly, write down yung 30, sa, yung notes in our, kindly write down. So, there are 6 days of creation. On the 7th day, he rested. So, on the first day, he created the light. Hindi sun. He created the light. And the second day, he created the permanent. Ibig sabihin ng permanent, lahat kasi puro tubig. Puro tubig lahat, puro tubig. Tapos ang ginawa noon, nilagyan ng parang, alam niyo ba yung para sa Atlantis? Nilagyan ng sinatawag nilang yung para bang permanent. So parang nagkaroon sa para nilagyan mo ng lobo sa loob ng sa tubig para magkaroon lang ng space, walang yun, parang tinulak yung tubig sa taas at sa baba. Okay? So nagkaroon ng sky at nagkaroon ng tubig sa baba. So yun. So third day, ginawa naman yung lupa. Okay? At mga halaman. So, on the fourth day, doon na ginawa yung greater light and lesser light. Hindi tinawag na sun at moon, tinawag greater light and lesser light. Okay, on the fourth day. On the fifth day, ginawa na lahat ng mga sa taas kasi sa kalangitan nilagyan na lahat ng mga flying creatures in the sky and in the water, lahat ng mga sea creatures. So yun on the fifth day. On the sixth day, doon ginawa naman sa lupa, sa mga halaman, nilagyan na ng mga hayop at ang kahuli-huli ang ginawa ay yung babae at lalaki. Okay? So this, and on the seventh day, God rest. And sabi niya, everything He has created is good. Okay, yun yun. Yan, nagdi-debate ngayon yan. Anong tama? Tama ba ang sinabi ng creation story? Gandun talaga lahat ay nag-exist? Or dahil yung sinabi ng Big Bang Theory? Dahil sa science. Okay? Lalo pa yung evolution sinasabi. So, sa inyo. Bawat isa sa inyo. Okay. Can you answer it? Louis. Hello, Louis. Okay, hi, Louis.
Sir.
Hello, Louis.
Hello po.
Okay. Saan ka naniniwala? Yung sa 6 days of creation o sa Big Bang Theory?
Ano po, para sa akin po, dati po kasi akong sakristan, kaya doon po sa 6 days creation po.
6 days of creation. Thank you very much. Plus 20. So, hello, Francesca. Hello, Francesca. Francesca.
Hello po.
Hello. Naniniwala ka ba na talagang kinreate ng Diyos yung buong lahat ng meron tayo sa mundo ay ginawa ng Diyos for 6 days?
Yes po, sir.
Okay.
Na ginawa tayo ng Diyos ng 6 days.
So, thank you very much. So, makita natin yung talagang sinasabi. Kasi pinaglalaban talaga yun na lahat ng mga Katoliko at Kristiyano. That the 6 days of creation was really done by God. So, nauna muna ang life at ang kahuli-hulihan ay yung tao, yung ama, ay yung lalaki at babae. Okay? Pero, kung pupunta ka sa chapter 2 ng Genesis, iba. Ang unang ginawa ng Diyos, hindi ang yung araw ay yung liwanag, hindi liwanag. Ang unang-unang ginawa niya, kasi nakita niya, puro lupa lang, tuyo. So, ginawa ng Diyos, naglagay siya ng tubig. So, yung tubig bumagsak doon sa lupa at nagsama yung tubig at lupa at nagkaroon ng putik. At ginawa ng Diyos, kinuha niya yung putik at He molded in the shape of a man. So, ginawa niya yung, parang nagawa siya ng isang tao, hugis tao, in the image of God. Tapos, hiningahan ng Diyos sa ilong. Sa ilong hiningahan. At nabuhay siya. At tinawag siyang Adam. Kasi Adam means he came from the soil. Okay. So, naglagay ang Diyos pangalawa niyang ginawa, nilagyan niya ng halaman, mga prutas at lahat-lahat ng mga kailangan ng ni Adan para maging masaya siya. Naging masaya naman siya. Pero ang bilin na bilin, huwag niyong kakainin ng isang bunga ng prutas. Okay? Ano yung bunga ng prutas na yun? Juan Diego. Anong prutas, anong puno na yun na sinasabi niyo huwag niyong kakainin ang bunga?
Apple po.
Ha?
Apple.
Apple? Hindi naman talaga apple. Pero sinasabi doon is the fruit of yung wisdom. Okay, parang ganon. Wag yung kakainin yun. Kasi apple yun sa Hebrew, ibig sabihin nun sin. Okay? Yun ang translation noon. So thank you very much sa plus 20. So yun. So hindi na tuwan-tuwan si Adan. So madami niya nakakain, ligo-ligo. Pero medyo nalungkot siya. So, nakita ng Diyos. Sabi niya, malungkot ka. So, teka, para kang maging masaya ka, ang ginawa ng Diyos, nilikha ng Diyos ang lahat ng hayop sa mundo at binigay ng Diyos ang mga kahayupan sa tao. So, tuwan-tuwa siya. So, sabi, bigyan mo ng pangalan kung anong gusto mong tawag sa mga hayop na yan. Eh, yun na, tuwan-tuwa na siya. Ang dami na siyang kasamang hayop. Pero after that, nalungkot na naman siya. Nakita ng Diyos. Napansin ng Diyos. Okay? Sabi niya, naku, malungkot ka pa rin ah. Sige, bibigyan kita na isa na. Ang ginawa kay Adan, siya ay pinatulog. Binigyan siya ng kauna-unang anesthesia. Inoperahan siya, tinanggal yung isang tadyang niya. Tapos nilagyan ng binold yung yung sa tadyang niya, binold yun bilang isang babae. Kapag paggising ni Adan, nakita niya yung babae, sabi niya, ito na ang laman na laman ko at so siya na. So masaya sila. And after that, sinabihan sila na wag nilang kakainin yung isang butas na wag na bawal. Pero you already know the story. Kinain pa rin nila. So, parang may conflict yung dalawang storya, di ba? May conflict. Samantalang the first chapter ay 6 days. At ang unang ginawa, yung liwanag at kahuli-hulihan yung tao. Eh bakit na sa second chapter, naging na. Ang nauna ay yung may lupa, tapos tubig, at doon ginawa ang si Adan. Tapos ginawa yung garden, tapos ginawa yung mga prutas, lahat ng pwede kain, tapos mga hayop, tapos yung babae niya. Bakit parang magulo? Bakit ganon? Hindi ata nagkakatugma ang mga kwento. Magkaiba yung dalawang kwento. Bakit ganon? Magkaiba siya. Okay? Anyone? Can I call on Jasmine? Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Hello. Hello, Jasmine. Wala. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, thank you. Wala si Jasmine. So, kaya napupunta siya. Okay. Can we call on Sophia? Hello, Sophia. Yep, umulan. Hello, Sophia. Ayan, lamig. Okay. Anyone? Hello, Sophia. Wala lang sumagot. Umuulan na. Okay. Hello. Oh, what happened? Wala na makasagot? Anyone? Let me call on Sana. Okay. Yes. Kailangan, Opia. Asan yan? Yep. Okay. Tagal naman. Hindi ko maano. Teka, kasi umuulan na dito eh. Sarap naman. Puti naman umuulan. Okay, may call on Roby. Hello, Roby. Hello?
Hello po.
Bakit magkaiba yung story ng creation story?
Di ko follow. Siguro, ano ba yung question?
Bakit magkaiba yung creation story? Yung isa liwanag ang unang ginawa. Samantalang doon naman sa creation story, chapter 2, ang unang ginawa, nagbuhos ng tubig at nagkaroon ng putik at ginawa yung lalaki. Samantalang sa first chapter 1, ang ginawa, ang una, yung liwanag. Bakit doon sa chapter 2, ang ginawa, yung tao muna, yung lalaki? Bakit ganun? Ba't magkaiba?
Di ko po masyado sure, pero yung pinaniniwalaan ko po kasi mas nauna po yung light eh.
Oo nga. Bakit magkaiba? Sino nakakalam? Anyone? Plus 20 ha, Irving. Thank you. Meron ba? Tagot? Anyone? Wala? Okay. So makinig kayo ha. Ibibigay ko sa sa examination tong test. Dapat you have to know it. Okay? Now, let me share to you an experience. Magkaiba yung dalawa. Magkaiba. Kung tutuusin, ang una nagsulat ng creation story, yung chapter 2. Yung inunaang si Adan. Itong chapter 1, it came later. It came later. Okay? So, parang ang nagsulat ng second creation story ay yung nasa panahon ni David at ni Solomon. Okay? Si David at Solomon. Samantalang itong first chapter, okay, sinulat naman to noong ang mga Israelite winasak na, wala na doon wala na patay na si David, wala na si Solomon, so nawasak na yung Jerusalem. It was destroyed by the Babylonians. Okay? So dito yung sinulat yung second creation si Adan na naunan nung panahon pa ni David at ni Solomon. Samantalang dito, sa panahon naman ito na first creation, panahon to nung sila ay nasakop ng Babylon at tinapon sila dinala sila sa Babylon. Okay? So yun, magkaiba. Now, let me share to you why this was written by kasi alam mo tong creation story ito, the first creation story, hindi yan nanggaling sa mga Hudyo. Nabasa na nila yan, yung story na yan, doon sa ibang mga lahi. Ibang klaseng mga tao yon na meron silang parang sa ibang lugar yon na nakita nila at nadinig na nila yung kwento na yun. Okay? At yun ay kinopya lang ng mga Hudyo. Sinabi nga, Hammurabi, yung tablet, doon nakuha yun. Kasi kung makikita mo yun, Hammurabi tablet yun, nasuhukay yun. Ang ganda. Pag titignan mo yung first creation story, halos pareho doon sa isa. Yung Hammurabi tablet. Makikita mo, there's a great similarity. Bakit nila ginawa? Kinopya lang nila at may iniba lang sila. Dahil merong nangyari sa kanila. Okay? Kasi kung tutusin, ganito ang mundo, ganyan yung mundo, makikita nyo dyan andun yung star, at andun yung moon, at saka yung sun. Tapos sinasabing permanent na sa taas, kita mo para may bricks. Yun yung parang naharangan ng tubig. Kasi kung yan ang isip nila na mundo noon. Na parang yung di ba bumaha, yung dito may mga floodgates yan. Binuksan yan para pumasok yung tubig sa loob niyan. Kaya na nagkabahan noon. Ganyan yung mundo, ang isip nila dyan sa mundo. Ganyan yan. So lahat tubig. Tapos nagkaroon lang ng lupa. Ayan. Tapos kung ganyan pa rin ang mundo natin, para lilipad ka sa aeroplano, sa rocket ship, tapos babangga ka sa permanent, puro tubig na yun. Magiging submarino na yun. So ganyan ang idea nila ng mundo noon. Pero now we can see that that is not the situation today, because we know how the world is. Kasi noon ang isip nila, the world is flat. Diba? So, masasabi na mali pala yung mga tao na mga gumawa na hindi naman. May ibang gustong message na ibigay ang mga nagsulat. Now, kasi ito experience nila, no, kaya sinulat ito, it was Jerusalem was destroyed. Pinalaban na kasi nila yung Babylon eh. At yung temple sinunog. Yan ang pinaka-importante sa kanila. Kasi that is where the Ark of the Covenant is. Nasunog yun. Kasi nagalit na yung mga Babylonian. Pinagbigyan na sila ng 3 beses. Ginago nila yung Babylon. Sinabihan na rin sila ni Prophet Jeremiah, tumino na kayo, yayabang ninyo. Sumasamba kayo sa templo. Pero, hindi kayo sumusunod sa mga utos ng Diyos. Lahat. Thou shalt not kill, pumapatay sila, nandadaya sila. Tapos, yung hindi nila asawa, kinukuha nila. Tapos, nagsisinungaling sila at nagnanakaw sila bawat hindi nila inayos. Naging ganit sila. Wala sang pakialam sa kabutihan ng ibang tao. So, hindi nila sinunod. Kaya sabi ni Jeremiah, Jerusalem will be burned. It will be destroyed. Okay? Kaya ayaw pa naman niwala ng mga tao. Hindi matatalo ang Jerusalem dahil ang Jerusalem ay bantay na bantay natin ng ating Diyos. Andiyan yung temple eh. Nakalimutan mo ba yung Assyrian pumasok dito sa gusto natin sakupin tayo? O, ano nangyari sa mga Assyrian? Namatay sila. Sabi ni Jeremiah, iba ng usapan na to kasi kayo mismo ang sumisira sa bayan natin. Hindi na kayo sumusunod sa Diyos. Hindi nyo na sinusunod ang mga utos ng Diyos. Kasi wala, puro sila pansarili. They violated all the law. They kill, they steal, they lie, they fornication and so on and so forth. So, they were defeated. Nagulat sila. Hindi nila akalaing matatalo ang Jerusalem. Because they believe God is with them. Kaya they cried. Umiyak talaga sila. So, they were defeated by the Babylonians. At feeling nila, alam mo feeling nila, natalo sila ng Babylonian. So, isip nila, ang Diyos ng Babylonian ay mas malakas kaysa Diyos ng mga Hudyo. So, mas malakas ang Diyos ng mga Babylonian. So, si Yahweh ay hindi ganun kalakas. Natalo ang Diyos natin. So, nalulungkot sila. So, akala nila, hindi sila matatalo. So, ito yung isang nakita nila. Iyak sila, iyak. Hindi sila makapaniwala nangyari sa kanila. So, pagdating pa sa Babylon, hindi na nakilala. Akala nila Jerusalem is the most beautiful kingdom in the world. Maganda naman talaga eh. Pero mas maganda pa pala ang Babylon. So they became to doubt. But talaga naman siguro mas malakas ang Diyos ng Babylonian kaysa sa Diyos ng mga Israelites. So they have doubts. And doon din na in-exile na sila, ang isip nila, hindi na sila makakabalik sa Jerusalem. So they have lost hope. And they were tempted to accept that our God, Yahweh, is not powerful. That the God of the Babylonian is much powerful. So ang ginawa ng mga priests, okay? Yung mga pare, yung ang tinatawag dito yung nagsulat nitong creation story, sila yung priestly author ang tawag sa kanila. Priestly author, yung mga pare. Okay? Very influential yung mga pare kasi hindi na napagkatiwalaan yung mga hari. Okay? So yung mga pare, talagang sila ang very, very, especially the prophets, sila ang mga talaga nagbigay ng pag-asa sa mga tao. By writing the story of the creation story. By writing the creation story. Paano ginawa niya? Ito. Kasi ito mga parang Babylon. Ito yung mga Diyos ng mga Babylon. So, ginawa dito pinatunayan ng mga pare ng sulat do sa creation story na mas malakas ang Diyos natin. Bakit tayo natalo? Sabi niya, hindi. Malakas ang Diyos natin. Tingnan mo. Una-una, at the first day, God saw parang everything is darkness. Everything is darkness. Ano ginawa ng Diyos? Ang sabi ng Diyos, let there be light. And there was light. So, ibig sabihin, sabi lang ng Diyos, uy, madilim magkaroon ng liwanag. Hindi araw magkaroon ng liwanag. At nagkaroon ng liwanag. Ang bilis, sa pamagitan ng salita. And second day, sabi niya, puro tubig lahat. So, magkaroon ng isang kalangitan at saka kalupaan. Andun yung sky at dito yung water. Okay? Tapos on the third day, so, nagkaroon ng lupa at magkaroon ng mga iba-ibang halaman at mga puno. Sabi, let it be. At nagkaroon. So, let there's a greater light and lesser light. And yung mga stars. So, sinabi, ginawa lahat sa pamagitan lang ng salita. Ano ngayon yun? Ano sinasabi niyan? Ibig sabihin, mas malakas ang Diyos ng mga Israelites kaysa sa Diyos ng mga Babylonians. Bakit? Anong creation story ng mga Babylonians? Ang Babylonians, ang creation story nila, meron isang Diyos, the mother god Cybele. Is the powerful God. Okay? Pero He's the only God. Supreme God. Medyo nalungkot siya. Sabi, katamad-tama, wala akong ka-jamming dito, ka-text dito. So she decided to create small goddesses. Small gods. So dumami na nagkaroon na siya ng mga jamming. Hello kayo, masaya siya. Okay, masaya. Pero nang lumapas sa mga panahon, yun, parang naiinis na siya kasi ang dami ng kukulit na ng mga Diyos na ginawa niya. Nag-aawa, nagko-complain. She got fed up. So sabi niya, ayoko na. I want my peace. Magkaroon katahimikan. She decided to eliminate all of these lesser gods. Lahat. Para tumahimik na. Nadinig ng mga lesser god. Sabi niya, ititigok tayo lahat ng nanay natin. Ano gagawin natin? So, dapat lumaban tayo. Kung tatako yung Marduk, Marduk is the sun god. Okay? Marduk is the sun god. So pinuntahan sila ng mga Diyos. Huy, papatayin tayo ng ng nanay. Ano gagawin natin? Labanan natin, nanay. Ikaw mag-lead. Sabi ni Marduk, sige, sa isang kondisyon. So ako mag-lead. Pero pag naging successful tayo, lahat kayo susunod sa akin. Lahat kayo maglilingkod sa akin. Ang sabi ng mga ibang Diyos, sige, pare kami! Go, go, go! So nilabanan nila si Cybele. Nilabanan nila talagang at natalo nila. So ginawa ni Marduk, hinati niya sa dalawa yung katawan niya, yung isa sa permanent, para yung yung sky, tapos yung sea. At gumawa naman yung naglagay siya ng mga hayop at nilagyan niya na pinatakan niya ng mga dugo ng Cybele at nagkaroon ng ibang hayop. So, okay. O, kayo na trabaho kayo dyan, ha? Ako dito lang. Lahat ng gagawin nyo ay magtrabaho kayo para bigay niyo yung pangangailangan ko. Okay, okay din. After a while, nagko-complain na yung mga Diyos. Ano ba yan? Pagod na kami. Aba, yung usapan natin, ha? Susunod kayo sa akin. Oo, pero hindi naman pwede kami lahat ang gagawa. May kapangyarihan ka naman, medya pa naman yung dugo ng nanay, eh. Gumawa ka ng mga kagaya nating, tao, di ba? Kagaya natin, pero mas maliit lang. Sila lahat ang magtatrabaho para sa atin. Okay? Gawin mo yun. Kasi ginawa lalaki at babae, at pinatakan ng dugo ni Cybele, tapos yun. So, yung mga tao, ang mga naglilingkod sa pangangailangan ng mga Diyos. Kaya nag-aalay sila sa mga templo. Okay? At sila nagdadasal doon. Lahat ng pangangailangan ng mga Diyos, ginagawa ng mga tao. Gumagawa sila ng mga templo, gumagawa sila ng mga altar para doon nila ibibigay ang pangangailangan ng mga Diyos. So, yun. So, makikita mo, ang Diyos ng mga Hudyo na sinulat ng mga pare, kita nyo, mas malakas ang Diyos natin. Kita mo ang Diyos ng mga Babylonians. Paano sila nag-create? Laban, tagaan. Kapagod, effort pa more, samantali ang Diyos ng mga Israelite. Let there be light. Meron na agad. Para bang walang ka-effort. Salita lang, okay na. So dito pinapakita na the God of the Israelite is much powerful than the gods of the Babylonians. Remember, the God of the Babylonians who defeated Cybele is the sun god. Yung sun god, ginawa lang din yan ng Diyos na mga Hudyo. So our God is much powerful than us, than the gods of the Babylonians. Yun. So, bakit tayo natalo? Bakit tayo natalo sa gera? O sabi ng pare, hindi tayo natalo dahil mahina ang Diyos natin. Hindi. Ang mahirap niyan, tayo ang pumalpak. Hindi ang Diyos ang pumalpak. Okay? So, hindi ang Diyos natin ang pumalpak, hindi mahina ang Diyos natin. Tayo ang pumalpak. At makikita nyo dito, pinapakita dito, the God of the Israelite is a God of order. Look at the 3 days of creation. The light, the water, and the water and the heavens. And we have in the 3rd day, we have the from the water, naglagyan ng kalupaan and the vegetation. At kita mo doon, first creation, ang katapat niya, the greater light and the lesser lights. Diba? May order siya eh. On the second day, ang katapat niya, yung after the heavens and the water, nalagyan ng yung flying creatures at saka sea creatures, at doon naman sa third, kita mo katapat niya. Nandun na yung lupa at nandun na yung vegetation, nandun na yung mga hayop at yung tao. So dito, pinapakita, God is an ordered God. He's a God of order. So, ang nangyari dyan, the people are out of order, that's why they were defeated. Not God. Okay? So, they were out of order. So, He let you experience that so that you can see that you are out of order. Kasi hindi nyo ginawa ang dapat nyo gawin. Kung kayo ay nagmamahalan, sinusunod ang batas. Okay? Kasi pag sinasabing sambahin nyo ang Diyos ng mga Israelites, yun ang batas ng Diyos ay to give you order. Diba? Honor your father and mother. Okay? So, sinasabi pa rin doon na do not steal, do not lie. To have an orderly society that really impose goodness, kindness, and love. Hindi. You become greedy. Okay? You become selfish. You become focus lang. So, you have no love, you have no justice, you have wala. Pumapatay ka lang, ganyan. So yun. So we are out of order. So dito pinapakita lang dito that really, God, sinasabi lang din, God put things in order. Because God is a order. He's a God of order. So, kaya kayo tayo natalo because you are out of order. You did not follow the law. Okay? But God continued to be with you. Okay? Kasi sabi niya, huwag kayo mag-alala, huwag kayo mawala ng pag-asa. Jerusalem was destroyed, the temple was destroyed, but by Ezekiel, sinabi niya, God is not only in Jerusalem, God is always with us here in Babylon and continually providing and teaching us and leading us to properly follow and obey the law. Kaya nga, during the time, they became very strict in doing the law. Okay? So dito pinapakita na talaga, the king failed to follow God's law. Yan, totoo naman eh. They worship other gods. Ano bang diferensya ng pag-worship ng other gods? Kasi nga, by worshiping other gods, they're doing a lot of, immoral. Kasi the other gods, the worship of other gods, somehow teach them to cheat, teach them to kill, teach them to fornication and so on and so forth. Wala sa pagmamahal talaga. Wala sa kabutihan. Okay? So, dito pinapakita dito talaga. The worship of other gods leads them to be selfish. Self-centered. Lalo na si Jezebel. Okay? Gusto niya kasi yung asawa niya gusto yung kubasan. Bilhin, ayaw pumayag ng may-ari ng busan. Ginawa Jezebel. Ako bahala dyan! Pinapatay yung may-ari. Yan na nangyayari. Okay? So, it's not because God is weak. No. the king fails to follow the God's law. And also the people themselves did not really challenge the king. Hindi. Okay lang sa kanila eh. So dito we have to trust God no matter what. Ito yung pinaka-message sa mga Hudyo up to now. Trust God no matter what, because God knows best. Okay? God is our refuge and our strength and a very present in our lives. Yun yung sinasabi. Ito yung paniniwala ng mga Hudyo. They are always reminded what happened in Egypt. Kahit umabot ng 4 na taon sila nag-iintay. 400 years sila nag-iintay. 400. But God delivered them from Egypt. And He continued to promise. Remember the covenant? God promised to be faithful to the people of God. And the people of God made a promise, but they are not faithful. But God continued to be faithful no matter what. Okay? So dito sinasabi, God is still in control no matter what. Lumindol, gera, yung gera nga nangyayari sa iba-ibang bansa, sa Ukraine, Russia, sa nga nakita natin, tension with North Korea and South Korea, and we have now in Israel with the Hamas, and still there are other wars. But God is still in control. Continue to believe that through love, it will heal and it will end wars. Okay? So, God, the God of order, He is a God of order. One thing is to do is to believe. Believe in God no matter what. Yun ang pinapaano rin sa mga Hudyo. At nakita natin in history, the Jew continue to believe up to now. Kita mo, ang dami ng mga tao sa buong sa Europe, sa Western na sa America, they were already they're protesting to eliminate the Jews. So they were were shouting support to Hamas and the Palestinians. Yan ang nakakalungkot niya eh. But here, even the Israel continue to really believe in God. Okay? They continue to believe in God. At sa kanila, alam mo, they continue to do goodness, not only in their own people, but to the world. At ang dami mga Hudyo who received the Nobel Peace Prize because the Jews are really, they felt and they accepted their goal is to help not only their people, but the world. So always have the belief, have the spirit of hope, never giving up because God is always with us. And love is hope, never give up. Okay? God is love and God loves each one of us. So never ever give up in life. Ay, ganyan naman natin natutunan yan eh. Di ba? Nag-undoy. Ang mga tao, nakangiti pa. Lubog na sa baha. So, yan, nalala sa Yolanda. Di ba? Ang dami namatay yan. But still, they continue to be resilient, be hopeful, and never giving up. Ganon din sa bawat isa sa inyo. Okay? So never, ever give up. Because God is always with us. God continue to be in control. Okay? So yun ang pinaka-message of the scripture that never give up, never fear, because still God is in control. He will always provide. Okay? So the creation story is telling us that God is in control. Don't worry. Believe. Okay? So again and again, inulit na ulit ko na yung message ng creation story, yung first creation story. Okay? Paulit ko sinasabi na that God is in control no matter what. Okay? So don't ever So it is about the sa inyo din. So kindly write down in your discussion box, 30 seconds only, what is the message of creation, the first creation story. So 4 words lang. Okay. Kung lalagyan mo ng always, okay na yan, 5. So kindly write down in your discussion box, what is the message of the creation story, the first creation story. So ano lang, 4 na words lang. Kasasabi ko lang dati na God is in control. So kindly write down in your discussion box. So go! Write it in your discussion box. Come on. Write it in your discussion box. Okay, this so ano yun? Discussion box number 22. Can you write down now? Okay, still up. Okay, 20 seconds more. 20 seconds more. Come on. Okay. 15 seconds more. Come on. What is the message of the creation story, the first creation story? Kasasabi ko lang kanina. Okay, can you write down? Come on. 10 seconds more. Okay, go. 10 seconds more. Come on. Okay. Okay, ready. 10 seconds more. Sinabi ko na yung sagot. Susulat nyo na lang.
Sir, wait lang. Ang bagal po ng wifi ko.
Sulat mo basta. Bilis. Come on. Write it now. Okay, ready now. Susulat lang, God is in control eh. Hindi pa masulat ng husay. Ano ba yan? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yung iba pag nahuli sa pagsagot bawas agad yan. Okay, thank you very much. So continue to believe in God, continue to trust in God, because always God is in control. And He made a promise to provide for each one of us, because God will not give up on us. So don't give up on yourself. Okay? So never quit, because God is in control. So believe in God always. He will always provide. Okay? So, ingat kayo palagi. Enjoy life mo. Kahit may problema, God will provide. Never give up. Okay? Huwag kayong papadala sa mga problema. There will be problems. I promise you that. Sinabi natin yan sa Buddhism. There will be problems. But we can overcome problems because God is always there. Sinasabi nga sa Buddhism, everything you need is already with each one of you. Just believe in trust and hope in yourself because He gave everything to you. God everything gave it to you. God already believe and trust in each one of you. So don't give up on yourself. Always, be hopeful. Always. Okay, bye-bye. Take care, everyone. So, submit nyo na lang sa assignment box nyo, ha. So, 30 yun. So, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ingat kayo palagi, ha. Okay, Nora, bye-bye. Marian, bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Jasmine, bye-bye.
Thank you po.
Bye, Peggy, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ingat kayo